Excuse me? Excuse me? Oh, it's you! It's our new Senior Vice President and Chief Academic Officer. How are you, Dr. Sivadon?
Doing well this morning. How are you, Miguel?
Doing well. It looks like this is day 2, huh?
It is day 2.
How did the first day go?
First day was awesome.
What was the highlight of your day?
I got to spend my time planning what we're going to do when we come back on campus and getting ready for faculty to be back in the classroom.
Awesome. And it looks like you're getting ready to go to your office for day 2.
I am.
Okay, let's go. As we go to our office and get our temperatures checked, I am going to give you a few keywords for you to complete the sentence. Does that sound like a plan?
You bet.
Okay, quality education.
Is affordable.
Community.
Is our middle name.
You.
Belong here.
Dr. Sivadon, what do you think the fall semester looked like?
Oh, I think the fall semester is going to be awesome. We've done a lot of work. Our faculty have been working hard to be sure to deliver that quality education in the classroom. And we have all the resources that we need to keep people safe on campus.
Awesome. Okay, so let's get the party started. Let's start our day and let's go through our security checkpoint here.
Okay, let's go in and see what it's like to come back to campus.
Okay, sounds like a deal. It looks like you passed.
I did.
We're in this together.
We are in this together, without a doubt.
I'll catch you later.
Thanks, sir. Okay, so I made it through all the checkpoints and I'm in my office now. So since I'm in here by myself, I can take my mask off to be able to do my work. And so one of the things that we're going to talk about today is just kind of summarize what we discussed in the faculty forums of the past couple of weeks, and to highlight some of the questions that came up, and to let you know what some of the expectations can be. So of course the first thing that was asked is, like, really, we had a Zoom meeting to talk about coming back face to face. Isn't that a little bit odd? Well, the whole idea of us coming back to campus is for a purpose. And the purpose is that we have students that just cannot learn online, that may not have the resources, may not have the capabilities or the time and the place. And so we also know that TCC offers several programs that students have to complete with some kind of in-person field work or clinical experience. So we're here to help those students finish their education in the manner that needs to be. So in order to do that safely, we have to be sure that we decrease the density of people that are on campus. So campus is not going to look like it did when we left on March the 13th. Campus is going to be quite different. The number of students enrolled is going to be quite a bit less. So usually in a typical fall, we deliver about 70% of our classes face-to-face. This fall, we're delivering about 25 to 30% of our classes face-to-face. So there'll be just less number of students to begin with. So now when we talk about coming back to campus, faculty are going to be invited to come back to campus on August the 10th, next Monday. You can start working in your offices. I encourage you to go check out the classroom that's been assigned to you that when you're working on campus, to be sure that you're familiar with the way that it's set up. Also, the question came up during the forums, are they going to be required to be on campus in the fall? And the answer is no. Faculty need to be on campus when they're teaching, or whenever they're preparing for their classes, or they need some kind of support. But other than that, we're going to ask people to only be on campus whenever you need to be. So that also means that the fitness centers are not going to be open, and also that we're asking student organizations to hold their events virtually as well. So whenever you come onto campus, just like what I had to go through the temperature check and walk through, it'll be like that on each campus. So on Monday, before you come to campus, you'll need to be sure and go online, the MyTCC portal, and fill out the COVID health questionnaire. That can be found in a box of COVID resources that's right below the box of quick links on the welcome page for the MyTCC portal. You fill that out, you come to campus. The main thing is that masks are non-negotiable on TCC campuses this fall. If you're an employee, if you're a student, if you're on TCC property, you'll need to have a mask on. And so one of the questions came up from faculty is, what if I have a student in my class that refuses to wear a mask? Well, like I said, masks are non-negotiable. We have worked closely with student affairs deans, and non-compliance with mask wearing will be considered a student conduct issue. So what I would like for you to do if you have a student in class not wearing their mask appropriately is you can refer to the signage that's going to be on the wall that shows how to wear a mask and that masks are required, and ask them to politely put that on. If they refuse to put that on, you can invite that student to leave the classroom. You can just tell them that that's policy and that they're not welcome in the classroom if they're not wearing a mask appropriately. I hope it doesn't come down to this, but if you have a student that won't wear a mask and won't leave the classroom, please call Campus Police 8888. Let them know you have a student that's non-compliant with their mask policy. They will come up and they'll escort that student out of your classroom for you. Now, one other question that came up is that what about accommodations? Can a student have accommodations for not wearing a mask, like a health issue or something? Our accommodation option for students that cannot wear masks is to take an online class. We have many of those offered as well. And so you can refer a student to accessibility resources and they can help them find out what accommodation they need and help them get into an online class, point them in the right direction at least. Also, if you have a student in your class that relies on lip reading, Accessibility Resources also has a supply of masks that has the clear window around the lips so that they can be visible and seen. And if you're a faculty member that has a student in your class that relies on lip reading, if you contact Accessibility Resources, they'll supply windowed masks for you as well. Be sure when you come in, you have your ID, you get your temperature check. Another question that came up is, what if someone tests positive for COVID that's in my class or one of my colleagues? Well, we have a great team that works with Matt Sharp, our Director of Risk Management, and they will work with the Tulsa Health Department to do contact tracing and also to make sure that sanitizing and cleansing processes are in place. Let's see, one other thing was, what about adjuncts and their keys to their classrooms? You know, now that we do not have an ACS department, so next week on Monday the 10th, adjuncts can begin picking up their classroom keys at the Facet Center at the Northeast Campus. We have that procedure in place this year just to have it centralized so that we can make sure everyone is able to have their keys. Let's see, what else? I think that pretty well wraps up, you know, what we've done to prepare for campus. There's going to be lots of signage, many one-way hallways. The elevators will have stickers in them on the floor so that people know where to stand. So like a regular small elevator will only hold 4 people. And so we have lots of signage. We have hand sanitizers. They have closed off some of the water fountains that are not accessible for a refill. And then we also have installed some hands-free things in the bathroom to help wash your hands and to open the doors hands-free. So now we're going to go down to Dr. Goodson's office and we're going to have her tell us, you know, what we can expect going forward and, you know, how we're monitoring the situation and just how we've been informed to make these decisions. So let's go see what Goodson's up to. Hey, Dr. Goodson.
Hi, wait, let me put my mask on. How you doing, Dr. Sivadon?
Doing well, thank you very much. We're just summarizing what we talked about in our faculty forum meetings in the past couple of weeks.
Great.
And thought maybe that you could tell everybody what to expect going forward as far as keeping us safe and what we're watching for.
Absolutely. Well, we watch and continue to monitor the numbers in Tulsa County every day related to COVID-19. I will tell everybody that we have one of the most robust plans in the area with some of the feedback we got from the health department. So we feel really strong about our plan. And then we also have a separate task force that has been put together to let us know what we need to do if we have a shelter-in-place order for the city of Tulsa or Tulsa County. And so we're happy that they have already done their work, so we have a great plan going forward if we need to change what we're doing already. We have made the decision also to go ahead and stop in-person classroom work once we hit Thanksgiving.
Great.
We know that there's going to be families gathering. Originally we had thought, you know, our students may not be traveling that much since they're here in their hometown already, but then we know that there's going to be family gatherings. And so with that, we want to give everybody the opportunity to go ahead and be online or online live during Dead Week and Finals Week. And so that decision has been made and we've asked everybody to start making preparation for that. We're ready to pivot at any moment. We've got contingency plans in place for every scenario. The most important thing to us is the health and safety of our employees and students. We're all in this together.
But 6 feet apart. All right, see you guys next week on the 12th.